Right now at 6, a KGW weather impact alert as heavy rain and wind threaten the region.
For the next few days, it's really kind of everybody is just getting ready.
Then, what happens behind the scenes when immigration agents use force to make arrests?
The transparency may not be there that much on the federal side compared to the local side.
Plus, a car theft caught on camera and the simple mistake that made it an easy target.
It never even crossed my mind that something like this would happen to me.
And later, the breathtaking views from Italy's largest lake becoming the must-see destination ahead of the Olympics.
Yeah, this is the best office, you know. Yeah, it's no computer, no email, okay, no stress.
First at 6, KGW has issued a weather impact alert through Wednesday as heavy rain and strong winds hit our region. With it comes the risk for flooding, rising rivers, and standing water that could make travel dangerous. The potential for landslides there too. Heavy rain and saturated soil increasing the risk, especially in low-lying areas. This kind of weather also means we could see downed trees and power lines. We've got team coverage for you tonight, starting with meteorologist Matt Safino with more on the timing and how much rain we're expecting. Hey, Matt.
Hey, Christine. Well, the timing is now. I mean, it's been raining hard all day long, and it's going to keep raining as we go into the overnight hours. The rain will lighten up at some times and then pick up at other times. You can see with the radar that there's a little bit less in Portland. It's heavier up in western Washington right now, as you can see there. But it's going to continue, the rain, heavy at times, on and off until Wednesday. The impact, of course, the rain and the wind, that's what you need to know about. The potential for flooded roads and landslides, definitely possible and growing by the hour as the soil becomes even more saturated with time. And there's lots of time for it to do that. We've picked up about an inch of rain in Portland so far today. There'll be more on the way over on the coast, around 2 inches of rain. And there's more on the way pretty much everywhere, right? Up in the Cascades, some places have already seen about 4 inches of rain in the last couple of days. Now, the rainfall accumulations overnight tonight, it ramps up. We get about a 1/1500th of an inch between 7 o'clock and 8 o'clock. Then it backs off a little bit. But by the time we get into the midnight hour, we're looking at another ½ inch of rain. So again, that is significant over a 6-hour period like that. The winds right now aren't too bad. They're out of the south, generally between about 10 and 20 miles an hour, 21 miles an hour at the airport right now. But we've had some stronger gusts on the coast already, upwards of 40 miles an hour. And that potential continues tonight, along with the flood potential, which is why we have a flood watch. That means conditions are favorable for flooding in all of the counties highlighted in green. The wind advisories for tonight, meaning that the winds are, almost certainly to pick up. So look for heavy rain in the morning, should back off a little bit in the afternoon, but then another surge comes in as we go into tomorrow night and into Wednesday, rather. I think the heaviest rain will be overnight tonight, Christine.
Appreciate you monitoring all this. Thank you, Matt. Well, our team coverage continues with Joe Ranieri, who's live in Southwest Portland, updating us on road conditions. Joe, how have the crews been getting ready today?
Well, the crews have been preparing as if this is going to be a winter storm. Now, of course, we're not going to have the snow or the ice, but like Matt's been telling us, we're going to be seeing a lot of rain and a lot of wind over the next couple of days or so. Now, drive around parts of the metro area. You'll see some standing water as well as some ponding water. We drove around parts of Southwest Barber Boulevard earlier this afternoon, and there was definitely some high standing water in a few locations. Now, crews with ODOT are making sure all the drains are cleared in the area so there's no potential for any flooding.
This is day one of what's expected to be the wettest stretch of weather we've seen all year. By Monday afternoon, more than ½ an inch of rain in the Portland metro, nearly an inch in parts of Southwest Washington. And it didn't take long for streets to turn into streams.
We look ahead at what the outages could be.
It's these conditions that have Portland General Electric making sure their crews are ready for a stormy week ahead.
We have several meteorologists on our team. Two of them are really operationally focused, and those are the ones that are talking to us about what's going on today, this week, and the impacts on our grid.
Their plan? Expect problems and prepare now.
For the next few days, it's really kind of everybody is just getting ready. And when I say getting ready, I mean staging extra materials, power poles, cables, things like that. Making sure the crew manning rosters are staffed up and ready to go.
ODOT also gearing up. Over the last couple of weeks, they've been driving this Vector truck around to clear roadside drains along Highway 26. Think of it as a huge vacuum truck that sucks up anything and everything from storm drains.
So we move to a 24/7 shift rotation when we have major weather events, such as rain and, of course, snowfall.
But the biggest concern may not be the flooding you can see.
There are thousands of known slide areas in Oregon. It's the land is on the move, and when it gets very, very wet, we tend to see more land movement.
With even more rain in the forecast, the question isn't if we'll see landslides, it's when and where.
And with that heavy rain still in the forecast, those slides could be happening late tonight, if not tomorrow, and into Wednesday. But one area that crews are really focusing on, in the metro area at least, is along Johnson Creek. That's an area that is prone for high water when we see days and days of heavy rain like we're about to experience over the next couple of days. Christine, back to you.
Joe Ranieri reporting live this evening from Southwest Portland. Thank you, Joe. Well, the weather is already impacting at least one school district. The Neocani district has made the call to start 2 hours late tomorrow. You can find updates at kgw.com/closings. To stay on top of the latest forecast, you can also text the word weather to the number there on your screen. That is 503-226-5088. And we'll send you right over a link to our story on kgw.com. We're continuing to cover cases of federal agents accused of injuring people as they're taking them into custody. Recently, we've heard of two, one involving a dog bite and another a car. Our Devin Haskins joins us now from the newsroom to hear who heard from a law enforcement expert on how these incidents are supposed to be handled. Devin.
Yeah, Christine, when someone's hurt during a federal detainment, an internal investigation is supposed to happen. A former FBI agent that I talked with said there's no getting around that. But what happens after the incident can be hard to follow. We, as journalists, will often ask questions with our emails going unanswered or given very little information. I spoke with Brian Dugan. He's a former FBI special agent who helped walk me through the process after any injury happens or use of force is used. He says federal agencies operate under strict rules of evidence, which means any use of force incident triggers an internal review. Two local incidents are raising questions. Last month, witnesses say a canine bit a Vancouver man and photos show the gashes on his body. And last week, in another video, witnesses say a Vancouver's man's leg was run over when federal agents moved his car. Each incident, whether there's an injury or not, are examined closely. But unlike local police departments, federal agencies often can't release details while investigations are active. Dugan says the goal is to make sure agents follow procedure and preserve evidence.
Because of federal rules of evidence, the transparency may not be there that much on the federal side compared to the local side, where police departments, police chiefs feel more emboldened or required to answer the public faster.
Now to those two cases out of Vancouver. A spokesperson for DHS says agents did not run over that man's leg and said that he was not injured. That same spokesperson also said the man that was bit by the canine unit after trying to run away and received medical treatment. Both men remain in DHS custody. Christine?
Devin Haskins reporting. Thank you, Devin. In your headlines, police in Canby say a 15-year-old was killed in a shooting last night. It happened just after 11 o'clock near South Locust Street and 2nd Avenue. Police have arrested another teen accused in the shooting. Very few details are available beyond that. We have a KGW crew looking into this story, and we'll bring you what we know coming up at 6:30. A Portland police officer is on leave after getting arrested and charged with strangulation, assault, and harassment. Clackamas County Sheriff's deputies arrested Officer Jimmy Price while he was off duty on November 29th for a domestic incident, but didn't share any more details. In a statement, Portland Police Chief Bob Day says, quote, "While the involved officer, like any individual, is entitled to the presumption of innocence until proven guilty, the charges do not reflect the values or expectations of the Portland Police Bureau." Price is a 27-year veteran of the Bureau. The Clackamas County Sheriff's Office and Portland Police Office of Internal Affairs are now investigating. Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier pleaded not guilty today to federal charges alleging he was part of an illegal gambling operation. Rozier is accused of using inside information to tip off gamblers during a 2023 game when he was still with the Charlotte Hornets. The case is part of a major federal probe that has implicated dozens of high-profile figures, including Blazers head coach Chauncey Billups, who is currently on leave from the team. Billups also pleaded not guilty last month to conspiracy to commit wire fraud and money laundering. Developing tonight, a Vancouver man about to leave for work got an unpleasant surprise when he went to his car and discovered it was gone. Celine Stevens joins us now in studio. Celine, turns out it was stolen right from his driveway.
Christine, exactly. And you know, that theft was all caught on video, and luckily that man did get his car back. He told me he went outside to warm his car up and then went back inside his home for just a few minutes. That's when the thief jumped in the car and drove off with it.
I look around and I can't even believe it.
Jeremy Haynes walked out to an empty driveway last Thursday after leaving his car to warm up around 7:30 in the morning.
A car pulled up in front of my address. Somebody came out of the car, rushed to my car, and immediately just pulled out and raced away with it.
The theft caught on his Ring camera. Vancouver police were able to find the car just a few blocks away.
They ransacked my console, they ransacked my the glove box, and thankfully there was nothing valuable that they took.
Haynes said the thief took a charger and his car registration.
It never even crossed my mind that something like this would happen to me.
Kim Kapp with the Vancouver Police Department says despite this, auto thefts are at an all-time low for the first time in years. However, when it gets cold,
what thieves will do is go through neighborhoods, especially on very cold mornings, look for exhaust in the air, and if they don't see anybody in the car or around it, it's an opportunity for them to steal.
Kapp says it's best to bundle up and sit in your car while warming it up because it only takes a minute or less for someone to steal it.
Going back in your house to just retrieve something or whatever, leaving that car unattended is an invitation potentially for a thief to come steal it.
So despite finding the car, police did not find the suspect. Kapp also says auto prowls are a bigger thing during the holidays as people are more likely to leave packages and presents in the car. So it's best to overall never leave valuables in your car and remember to lock up. Christine?
Yeah, good reminder. Thank you, Celine.